Welcome to another Live Inspired practice. So this is the every other Wednesday evening practice that I've committed to for the summer. We will have one more practice after this one. So thank you for joining me. And if you've missed any of the previous practices, they are on a playlist, and I'm happy to put that link in the notes of this video for you. And let's get started. So we will follow the same format for this practice every single time, and that is first, we're going to get connected. Then we are going to get calm. We will move into receiving inspiration, and the whole point of that formula is so we can then live inspired. So find a comfortable seat, any way that feels good in your body. You can sit on a chair, you can sit on the floor, or on another surface that is comfortable to you. But we're going to start our practice by getting connected. And what in the world does that mean? I am referring to connecting to the present moment, connecting to our bodies, and connecting to our breathing. So let's do that. You are welcome to keep the eyes open or close the eyes. I'm going to close my eyes. And I want you to just take a moment to notice how you've positioned your body. Notice where your feet are. Pay attention to how your hands have landed. Notice if you're leaning a little forward or a little back. If you're leaning slightly to the left or to the right. You don't have to change your position. And then just take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then as you notice your body, give yourself permission to change. Like maybe you can find a little bit more of a comfortable position in the body, whether you walk the feet in or out, or you place the palms up or down. So give yourself an opportunity to shift your position slightly if you need to. And then I'd like for you to simply just bring your hands together, palm against palm. And I want you to notice, if you can, if one hand is pressing a little more than the other. And then I want you to notice if you're pushing more through the heel of your hand, or maybe through the fingers or the fingertips. And then I want you to see if you can feel any space, maybe in the very, very center of your palm, that the left and the right palm of the hand aren't completely connected. There's just a tiny bit of space. And then I want you to see if you can take that space away by pressing a little more. And then letting go and creating that space without pulling the hands completely apart. So we're going to do that with our breath now. Inhale, take away the space by really pressing your palms together. And exhale, create a teeny tiny little bit of space by keeping your hands connected, but letting off of the pressure. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, press the palms together, take away that space. Exhale, keep the hands connected, but create just a little bit of room between them. And then 1 more. Good. And now I want you to bring your hands apart, but like they are so close to touching. So just the tiniest little bit of space now between contact of left and right hand and fingertips. And with your eyes closed, you may every few moments like actually feel, part of your hand connect. And then just see what you notice in between the hands, in that space. And then as you inhale, I want you to make a little more space between the hands, moving the hands apart from one another. And as you exhale, make that space smaller without letting the hands touch. And as you inhale, create some space. And notice how the hands feel, if they feel tight or if the fingers are relaxed. And exhale, bring the hands really, really close to one another without allowing them to touch. And then one more time. Inhale, create a little bit of space. Exhale. Let the hands almost touch. And then hold there for just a moment. Take your attention away from the hands and just notice what's happening in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your face. If there's any tension. And then take a nice inhale as you lift the shoulders up just slightly. And as you exhale, drop the hands down. Let them rest on top of the legs, but also feel the shoulders drop down. And bring just a deep sense of softening around the neck, the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. See if you can feel maybe one hand a little heavier than the other, or one shoulder drop down a little lower than the other. Take one more breath in and out, just paying attention to the hands, the arms, the shoulders. And then slowly, if your eyes were closed, you can open the eyes. So I hope that very simple, mindful exercise of paying attention to the hands allowed you to feel a bit more connected to your body and to this moment. So let's move now into getting calm. And you can sit any way that is comfortable to you. One way that we bring calm to the mind and to the body is to let go of tension. And so we're just going to do a little bit of stretching with the intention of releasing stress and tightness in our muscles. So do whatever feels good in your body. I'm here for suggestion. Hands again are just going to rest down onto the thighs. We are simply going to look over left shoulder and look over right shoulder. We're going to bring the head back to center, shrug the shoulders up as you inhale, and drop them down as you exhale. Good. Let's look right this time first. So just bringing a little bit of movement into the neck and the shoulders. Let the shoulders rise up as you inhale and drop down as you exhale. So we're going to add just a little bit. Now, if you have arms on the side of your chair, you may have to move a little forward because I'm going to ask you to drop your arm down. Okay? So when you're ready, that's what we're going to do. You're going to look to the left. As you do, drop your right arm down, like your fingertips can reach down to the floor. And then come back to center. And then look right. Drop your left arm and hand and fingers down like you could touch the floor. And come back to center. We're going to do what we've already done. Shrug the shoulders up. Release and relax them down as you breathe out. We're going to do that one more time. This time we're going to look to the right first, but we're dropping our left arm down. Then we're going to come back to center, let the hand rest on top of the leg. We're going to look left and drop the right arm down. So this just helps to lengthen the muscle along the side of the neck and across the top of the shoulder. Come back to center one more time. Shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, release and relax them down. Good. So another area that we can tend to hold a lot of tension is this space right around the eyebrows, in between the eyebrows, maybe the forehead. So especially when we've been staring at a screen all day, so we are going to just take our index finger, and it doesn't matter which hand, and we're going to bring it to that space right in between the eyebrows. And we're just gonna make little circular movements. And you can press in a little more or a little less, depending on how tight this area feels. And then I want you to pause, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, let go of any type of tight feeling in the muscles here, any strain in the eyes, and then make your circles in the opposite direction. And just feel maybe even pressure in the head releasing. Sinus pressure starting to lessen. And feel the eyes themselves relaxing. Good. Pause. Take another inhale in. And exhale. You can relax your hand back to rest. And just pause for a moment with your eyes closed. And just imagine your eyes getting heavy. Not only the space in between the eyebrows smoothing out, but all the way across the brow line. Into the temples. Maybe even down the line of the jaw. Just feel all pressure from the head letting go. Tension from the face beginning to soften. And take one more easy breath in and out. Good. Again, if your eyes are closed, you're welcome to slowly open the eyes. So we're going to, in a very gentle way, first allow ourselves to feel what I'm about to describe. So I'll show you. You're going to take your hands and lightly interlace them. So you don't want to interlace all the way. So just very, very lightly, and you're going to take them to the top of the head. And you may notice that your shoulders scrunch up, your elbows start to lift. So I want you to do the complete opposite. I want you to just drop your shoulders and your elbows down. And that's going to feel like there's a little bit more of a heavy feeling across the top of the head. So this is helping to de-stress that pattern of shoulders scrunching up. And that little bit of pressure on the head can also feel really grounding. So just pause here for a moment. Okay, and then I want you to slowly let the fingers on the left hand move away from the fingers on the right hand and just kind of drag the fingers down over the sides of the head and over the temples, the kind of outer corners of the eyes, maybe even over the ears, and then eventually just nice and slow, bring the hands down. So I wanted you to feel that release kind of pouring down over the sides of the head, over the muscles of the face, and then we're going to do it more just from mindful meditation, if you will. So I hope you got to physically feel just like pressure releasing over the sides of the head, all the way down and kind of out. So go ahead and close your eyes. And now, without physically feeling pressure from the hands on the top of the head, bring your attention there. Take an inhale in. And then as you exhale, I want you to just start to feel any and all pressure from the head draining down over the sides, over the temples, maybe over the sides of the face, and all the way down and out of the head. Maybe you feel it continue to move down over the shoulders, the arms, and all the way out through the hands. So we're going to do that again. Do the best that you can to feel from the inside as you bring your attention to the crown of the head. Inhale, imagine a pressure, tightness, tension, overthinking, whatever is going on. And then as you exhale, just like you physically felt the hands sliding down the sides of the head, start to feel pressure draining out over the sides of the head, moving down over the muscles of the face. And then maybe you continue to carry it all the way down. Again, over the sides of the neck, the shoulders, down through the arms, and eventually out through the hands and the tips of the fingers. Feel free to really sit back against whatever support is behind you, or to really let your hips and your legs be heavy. Let's try it one more time. Now, as this pressure releases, I want you to feel this deep sense of calm coming over the mind and the body. So final time. Inhale, bring your attention and your inner awareness to the very crown of the head. Feel pressure, tension, worry, fear, whatever is going on. And then exhale, start to feel it draining out, moving down over the sides of the head. This letting go, this decompressing over the shoulders, moving down through the arms, into and out through the hands and the fingers. And then we're going to move into our time of receiving inspiration. So you can sit back if you need to, and allow your hands to be in a place of rest through the backs of the hands and openness through the palms. And when you think of the word inspiration, is there any type of mental image that comes to your mind? And try not to judge it. Maybe you think of inspiration as a certain color. Maybe when you think of the word inspiration, a person comes to your mind. So could you connect to an inner descriptor as you think of the word inspiration? And if not, maybe it's just more of a feeling for you. Maybe inspiration feels like a bubbling up. It feels buoyant. It feels light. Or it has kind of a tingly energy to it. So I want you to start to feel that moving from outside of you as a thought or a descriptor or even a feeling, and allow it to start to move in to where inspiration is now an experience that you are receiving. We are asking for, from this time of quiet, from the positioning of the hands and our posture, to receive inspiration in the way that we can connect to it. So if you're thinking of a person, Maybe you could trust that you too have what you see in them. Maybe when you think of that inspirational person, you just think of how tenacious they are. And that's just your own tenacity resonating with theirs. So start to bring that feeling of inspiration inside of you. The warmth, the tingling, the color. And let it start to fill you. Trusting that in this moment you are receiving inspiration in whatever form you understand it to be. Take a few more breaths. And if you, for whatever reason, are struggling here, that you can't think of a person or you can't think of a way to describe inspiration, maybe just posturing yourself to simply be open to it. And a quiet internal prayer. I am open to inspiration. I'm open to being inspired. I long for inspiration. So just posturing your heart in an open place. Take 3 more breaths. And then I want to invite you to stay exactly as you are, or to shift around in a different position of the hands if that feels good to you. And we're going to take just our final few moments by moving our hearts to trust. Trusting that inspiration will come to you. Maybe when you are asleep, in the form of a dream. Maybe when you have a moment of quiet in the morning. Maybe 2 weeks from now, or a month from now. Or through the words of a friend. But trust that you have sown the seeds of asking, of being open, and that inspiration is coming to you. Bring palm against palm where we started, but this time thumbs to heart. Sealing this practice in trust that the inspiration you need to solve a problem, to have wisdom, to pursue your dreams is already here. Let's take one final deep breath in and out together. You are welcome to stay with your eyes closed. Maybe to linger a bit longer in this place of trust. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'd love to hear from you. You can always reach me at mindfullivingwithkate@gmail.com. See you next time.